everyone, and welcome to Life Happened, the place where people send in their very personal life stories for us to share with you. My name is Emma, your host. Stories are important. They help us to navigate our world and connect with others. You'll want to listen to this story until the end, when I read several quotes regarding today's letter. Today's story is from Eveline, and the name of the author has been changed to protect her privacy. Dear Emma, I have been in my marriage for 7 years now. We haven't had a child yet, and I'm not sure if we will. Despite not having a child, we are always happy. There is no boring moment in our lives because the atmosphere is always lively with my husband. I can say that I am truly happy with my husband. We were young when we got married, but not teenagers. I was only 20 years old when I accepted a date with my future husband. As friends, he took me out several times, but as time passed, we became closer and then fell in love. He proposed to me on our way home after our last date, and he suddenly asked me if I wanted him to take responsibility for everything in my life. Feeling alarmed, I told him that it was wrong, but we could be friends forever. Laughing at what I said, he pulled a ring from his pocket, and I couldn't resist. It wasn't long before we had our wedding party. Nothing was stopping us. My husband was so happy to have me and swore in front of all of our friends and families that he would love me for the rest of his life. And I couldn't help but believe him with all my heart and soul. Our family members and relatives had so many expectations about us being together. We were both so excited to share our lives, and we promised to always be good and support one another. It has now been 7 years since we married. We are still happy, and our lives are filled with fun every day. On my birthdays, my husband always buys me gifts and makes me feel special. Our married life has been sweet, but without children. I don't feel bothered since we are still young and can always have children in the future. My family members and husband's relatives are so supportive that they keep on telling me that I could give birth anytime soon. They support us and never make us worry about the urgency to have kids. But this year, I've heard many family and friends telling me things like, maybe this will be my lucky year. I don't think having children is the only reason couples come together, but I know we need to embrace it whenever it does come. We have had a series of tests and taken drugs by our family doctor to help us have a child, but nothing is working yet. For a moment, my husband wanted to adopt a baby, but I did not agree because I know the child we would have adopted wouldn't feel real. I mean, in the sense that it wouldn't really be ours. But this year, I did get pregnant. I was not surprised when I found out, but sadly, my lucky year wasn't my husband's lucky year. However, this year could be fortunate for him, but I don't know how yet. I'll explain. My husband had to go on a business trip. If he doesn't extend his stay, he should be back by the middle of next month. However, before he left for his trip, I was not pregnant. And I wouldn't think he would be expecting a pregnant wife when he gets back. I am not sure how he would react or what would happen after. While my husband was away, his friend visited me. I don't know if my husband was aware of his visit because my husband's friend knew my husband was not around. He convinced me he wanted to go out with me. I agreed because of my loneliness. We talked and laughed together all night after several drinks. We went back to my house and he told me jokes that made me laugh so hard until tears rolled down my cheeks. We watched TV together to pass the night away, and we got carried away by some emotional scenes which we watched. While I wasn't looking at him, his face slowly came closer, slipping from my sight. I felt him gently kissing me while my lips were locked with his. It was like a dream. Before I knew it, Our clothes were thrown in different corners of the room, and we did it. I don't know why I feel like my husband is aware of his friend's visit. His friend was able to get through to me with things I love and everything I wanted to order. He knew about them during my outing with him. Maybe my husband has told him during a conversation or something, but he seemed to be aware of everything about me. My husband is coming back home next month, and I am 1 month pregnant. I would love not to have this baby, but I don't know if I could ever get pregnant again after waiting for 7 years before getting pregnant now. I don't know if I should tell my husband's friend about this or tell my husband. I am not sure if my husband arranged the event because he can't get me pregnant or the incident with his friend was just a mistake on my part. In need of some advice, please. So, what do you think about Eveline's story today? Just scroll down and leave your comment, question, or even the answer to Eveline's dilemma. We will reply to your comments with our thoughts and opinions. Today's first quote relating to Eveline's story is, "The cruelest lies are often told in silence," by Robert Louis Stevenson. The second quote is, "When you betray somebody else, you also betray yourself," by Isaac Bashevis Singer. And the third and final quote of the day is, "Deceiving others, that is what the world calls a romance," by Oscar Wilde. You know, storytelling is an important part of every culture. And here at Life Happened, we showcase people's real-life personal dramas and other stories, then share them with you. Stories allow us to better understand our world, connect with others, and to communicate who we are. Do you have a story to tell? If so, scroll down to the description box and send us an email. We accept letters from anonymous authors and always change people's names to protect their identities. Life Happened is a great forum. It allows people just like you to have a voice and to be heard. Also, is there a topic you would like to hear about? It's simple. All you have to do is leave us a comment or send us your email. We would like to hear from you very much. We are always looking for ways to bring you what you would like to see and hear. And remember that by liking and subscribing to Life Happened, you help us to bring you news stories every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you don't miss a thing. And please watch other videos from Life Happened, wherein people share their sentiments, their real-life personal stories, and great to listen to. We thank you for joining us here today where life happened. See you next time, and have a wonderful day.